This conference will now be recorded.
Here is local feature. So okay, query or second object. Before we get inside, I want to have a flashback. First, we consider it as a question, and if it is question, it requires an answer. Yeah. So an answer expected plus, and if it is an action, then by the same way, a reaction should be taken place. This or that doesn't matter, but according to what we will get this answer. بناء على أي شيء راح نحصل على هذه الإجابة. بناء على أي شيء this reaction ردة الفعل would go to be happen. واضح لكم؟ لذلك من قبل قلنا this theory need to be processed and managed. الخطين الأساسيتين process and manage. Process to understand, to know the type of the question، نوعية أو طبيعة السؤال ذات نفسه. ثم بعد ذلك معالجة للشيء. وضربنا مثال إذا you are withdraw لو سحبت بعض الفلوس. خلاص. الفاينل result this is the management. Final picture this is the management of the process. النتيجة the answer the reaction depends on whom? Depends on a criteria. criteria اللي هي قلنا ايش؟ شرط، يعني يدي لي كل البيانات اللي موجودة جزء من عندها depends on a criteria. criteria هي الشرط. خلاص. This is an introduction to this theory. We call this one a sequence. Sequence اللي هو التسلسل المنطقي. For what? Creating a query. For creating a query. So there are several ways for creating a query. The simplest one that is query wizard, and it is a tool. افهموا هذه الشيء، افهموا هذه النقاط ورايحين نجيبها بداخل الاختبار. خلاص. كم من الطرق several ways for creating a new query or a query. Creating that means from the scratch، حاجة من البداية. The simplest، ركزوا على هذه الكلمة، simplest، أبسطها وأسهلها. That is what? That is we call it a query wizard. Query wizard. So if you don't mind, let me start my access. And by the way, we have only 2 weeks left. على كامل الفصل متبقي لنا اسبوعين. على هذا الاسبوع يعني اليوم وبكره ورا بكره I want to finish this theory by way or another. واضح لكم؟ And next week I have to cover 2 tasks, that is form and report as well. أتوقع الأسبوع اللي وراه to be the final exam. الأسبوع الثالث من هنا يعني. واضح لكم؟ So we need to complete that task. We need to complete that task. So I need your attention first of all, and I want you to attend all the classes or remaining classes. Don't miss any. be in time. Such way things will be fine for you, inshallah. This week we have the assessment, the project I told you, and next week we will have quiz number 2. We have to complete all things together. Very short time, very short time. اوكي لحد ما تبطل عندنا هذا الاكسس need times. So okay, we continue till this started. طيب. Remember, many ways to create a query, how do you say it? But the simplest one, that is query wizard. And meanwhile, if we asking what is the query wizard, it is a tool. It is a tool to create a new query. Query wizard is a tool. Got it? So it is a tool to create a new wizard and the simplest way to get a query. Allah lakum. Right. This is point number 1. Point number 2. What are the different types of query wizard? Different types of query wizard. We have simple query wizard. We have post tab query wizard. We have find duplicates query wizard. We have find and match query wizard اللي هم في هذه الشاشة 4 من عندهم. 4 types of query wizard. All are simple, yes, of course. Okay, so the simplest and the simple different, huh? So we have 4 types to create query wizard. There are 4 types. Point number 2. This is point number 1, and this is point number 2. 4 types of query wizard. 4 من عندهم لو قلنا لكم تذكروهم. So you have to get inside. You have to get inside your axis till you reach there. Then simply how it will start this time. This is the first type, simple query wizard. Type number 1. Then cross tab query wizard. Next, that is find duplicates. Find duplicates query wizard. and unmatch query wizard. 4 من الأنواع. الكمبيوتر ما راضي يشتغل. Find and match query wizard. الفهم بيسهل عليكم مرة، يعني من تفهموا لي we'll go right way to the exact answer. خلاص. أسهل الأنواع على الإطلاق we said query wizard. The query wizard by itself it is a tool. مثل ايش؟ مثل لما تعمل داونلود من البلاي ستور. خلاص. There is guides. يقودك 1 2 3 till the last. So this is at the end of the day it is our simplest program. It's a tool guiding you to finish the task, to complete the task. قلنا من عندهم 4 types. 4 من الأنواع of this wizard till you find the last. Now, finally, this it is open. So, if you want to create any object, we have 4 of them, right? So you have to move to create. Table is done, but at the end of the day, table it is an object need to be created from the tables group. You have to select one of these tools. If we need a query, we have 2 methods. Name من الطرق. We have the third one that you have to provide by yourself. But we have query wizard and we have query design. Query design like table design. يفهموا هذه النقطة. So 2 ways to create a query. Query wizard, query design. Please. It's very easy task. First of all, second thing, it is an open book exam. It is an open book exam. So we have 2 methods. Okay, creating a new query by how many methods? We have to either you have to select query wizard. If it is not, then you have to select query design. This will complete your task. The simplest one we said a query wizard. Simplest one, query wizard. Okay, so in practical, we have to come to the create ribbon. We have to come to the queries group. Then we have to select query wizard. لذلك if we ask inside the exam explain this sequence, this is to create a new query using query wizard tool. Is it clear? Point number one. Point number two, from the same, how can you create a new query? By following the steps, create. And then you have to move to queries group. Then you have to select query wizard or query design. على كل هذه أو تلك. Now we need to use the query wizard because it is the simplest. So from queries wizard, we will get these options, and this is screen. We call it types. We call it types of creating a query. We have 4 of them: simple, cross tab, find duplicates, find and match. كلها query wizard, query wizard, query wizard, query wizard. Because from the beginning we select a query wizard to complete our task. Okay, we will not move further rather than simple query wizard. Simple and simplest. راح نختار الأولانية من عندهم. That's it. So simply we'll click on OK. So what is the next? What you have to do after that? So for creating a new query, when you are selecting query wizard, got it? And then you are selecting simple query wizard. What you have to do? What you have to do? So I'm selecting this one to be clear for you. And then I am moving to select the type simple query wizard. So after that, what I have to do, then I have to select the source. I have to select the source. So query source are 1 of 2. So next step, query source اللي هو بنسميه مصدر الاستعلام. So query source are 1 of 2. Is it a table or another query? لذلك from the beginning we said this query will be driven يشتق من عند. So the next step is the source. That's a table or that is a query. So from here you have to select which source do you want to base تأسس على ضوء هذا ليش هذا الquery. Next to that you have to select your fields. This is the original fields for this source. هذه الحقول الأساسية لهذا المصدر. I'm selecting, for example, the first, the second one. These are the fields. If I'm selecting the first one, these are the fields. So which source? If it is table, if it is query, then what? Simply you have to move what you want. الحقول اللي أنت تريدها. For example, we need all of them. Got it? So next step, that is selecting the fields. Okay, from the source, to be clear for you. From the source. لاختيار ايش؟ اختيار الفيلدز من عند المصدر اللي تريد. If it is that is query as we said, or that is a table. So this one or that one, almost the important things have been completed. Simply, you have to give a name to this query. You have to give a name to this query. So just move over there and select your name. By finish, then a query will be created for you. So after that, query name, these are the steps to create a new query. Query wizard, okay? Then when we are selecting this query wizard, we have 4 types of them. We need the first one. And simply over here, you can say that selecting the type. More valid, the source, query source. So again, in between the lines, لو سألنا ما بين السطور, what are the different query source? What are the different query source? R2, table or query. ثم وراء ذلك, you have to select fields. Again, if you don't have fields, you don't have a query. مثل table. You don't have fields, you don't have a table. You don't have a table, you don't have a database. This question have been in the exam, right? And last, you have to provide a query name of after that. So you will get a query. You will get an object called a query. It is here. It is here. It will comes from the source as it is. لو متذكرين التيبل مالنا حتى عملنا له الفورماتنج وهذا الشيء, everything will come as it is. So we have the category over here called tables. We have 2 elements within there. معنى الصنف الرئيسي جداول بداخله 2 من عندهم. معنى الصنف الرئيسي queries, and we have right now just 1 query, and automatically will take the name of the source. We have over here test table, and over here we have test table, but this is a different object. That's why it have the name at the end, a query. Such a way we are creating a query. Now let us have
This conference will now be recorded.
query view. It is more than one. Let us have it. Query views. query views اللي هو ايش؟ اللي هو طرق عرض الاستعلام كما شفنا عند الجدول. Plus we have to view. Over here we have to view as well. Got it? So we have مرة ثانية نقول ايش؟ نقول انه الكيوري same like the table in structure. الاستعلام يشابه الجدول في البنية الهيكلية. So the table consists of column versus row. By the same way over here, this query consists of column versus row as well. So we have design view and we have data sheet view. النقطة الثانية المهمة بالنسبة لنا. query views. How many? They are 2. What are they? Design and data sheet. The most important, how to move between them. How to move between them. بكم من الطرق. So from the query tab, if you are right click, you can move to the design, and when you right click, you can move to the data sheet view. Plus, before at the beginning, we said that we have 2 methods to create query, but I told you that there's a third one that is for the specialist, that is a coding one. You have to write a program. لذلك from over here we have 3 views of our query. So the third one is called SQL view. SQL view. And usually this is beyond our course. هذه ما تندرج ايش ما مضمنه في الكورس مالنا. لكن for your knowledge we have third one that is called SQL view. الطريقة الثالثة والأخيرة. So this is beyond the course, and this is for the specialist people, for the programmer, for the developer, for the programmer purpose. Plus, so inside the exam, I need from you 3 of them نكون واضحين، وحتى لما تدخل بداخل الاختبار كما قلت لكم بالإمكان تبطلوا الأكسس وتجاوبوا على الأسئلة. How many views, right click. دائما وأبدا في آخر القائمة تحصل إيش؟ تحصل الفيوز. Write them whatever they are 3, they are 4, they are 5, depends on the object. So over here we have 3. We have design, we have SQL, we have data sheet. For the table, for example, this is my table. So for the table, the last set, that is design and data sheet. بمعنى حال الجدول 2 وحال الاستعلام 3. So I want to reach toward, I want to reach how to shift between the views. How to shift between the view. من عند فين؟ من عند object tab. والobject tab أصلا كما ذكرنا في التable to manage your object. So when I'm right click on this tab, I can select design. Again, when I right click and selecting that sheet view, so this is how to shift. Shift بمعنى التبديل ما بين طرق العرض الموجودة معنا. To shift between the object view. Right click and from the last select what you want. Design view. Get back and select data sheet view. This is how to shift between your objects, and I'm going to stop here. This is just for your knowledge again, to shift between the view. What you have to do, right click, on object tab, on an object tab اللي هي قلنا فين هذه الاوبجكت تاب. هذه المنطقة تسمى الاوبجكت تاب اللي هي هذه هي. Then select the view you want. Then select the view. If it is data sheet view or if it is design view, نعم. In fact, we have 3 of them. That is the third one, SQL. لكن هذا خاص بالناس المتخصصين ما لنا به خص. I'm going to stop the class over here. Tomorrow we are